Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome to my new subscribers. And on this channel we talk about the African diaspora, politics, life, love, music and everything in between. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe to my channel and you can drop me a line in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that you'd really like to talk about. So today I really wanted to talk about Rwanda and talk about how they've been able to rebuild a nation after the 1994 genocide. So often when you mention Rwanda to people, that's the first thing they think of. However, I'd like to kind of go back a little bit and go forward a little bit. So look at how they've been able to reconcile some of the issues and the differences. So Rwanda is known as the land of 1,000 hills, and if you go to Rwanda, you'll know why immediately. It's very beautiful, very lush, very green, okay? It's also known as the Singapore of Africa due to their development model. It's very similar to that of Singapore and it is actually working really, really well. Rwanda is a landlocked country and it's surrounded by Burundi, Tanzania, DRC, Uganda. So at the time, prior to the genocide, I'll just give you a little bit of information around that. So Rwanda was colonized by the Germans and then the Belgians. So they had a system in place, a social system in place. And when the colonizers got there, they exploited that. So they exploited and heightened the differences between groups of people. So they favored one group of people, which is a very common tool of the colonizers. They tend to use divide and rule, as divided people are much easier to rule over. So they, perpetuated this these divisions, heightened them, and so the majority group were not the favoured group. So the highest in terms of population, they felt marginalised, and these animosity then began to grow and grow and grow. Okay, after independence now, I'm skipping ahead quite a bit because there's a lot of history there. I just want to get to the point. So it was on the 6th of April. I just want to take you to what actually happened to trigger that genocide. So on the 6th of April, the president was flying back from Tanzania at the time, Dar es Salaam, I think, and the plane was shot down and everyone on the plane was killed. So including actually the president of Burundi, who was also on the flight. So that was the 6th of April. On the 7th of April, that's when the slaughtering began, and that was the beginning of 100 days of 100 days of slaughter, in which about up to 1 million people lost their lives. Okay, so when I went to the genocide memorial site and the museum, I had a guide who he took me around and he explained the history of Rwanda and how they got to where they are today. And one of the striking things that I found is the ability that they had to really put the truth and reconciliation in practice. And it wasn't a talk shop, it actually did work. It's very effective. Part of the healing process. So really it was desolate. The country was a wreck, and including the people, lots of horror stories. But they had, hundreds of interviews, community development initiatives, lots of panel meetings to enable people to really talk about what happened and how it affected them and begin the process of healing and moving forward, which they were able to do, and to build a nation, and the nation that you see today. So Rwanda now as a nation is a place where you don't talk about tribal differences. You're Rwandan or Rwandese, and that is that very strong national identity. There's a real sense of pride in the country and in each other. So the last Saturday of every month, everybody cleans, the entire country cleans. But having said that, they clean every day. So crack of dawn, male and female alike, they're sweeping, they're washing down their yard. They really take great care in presenting a country that is clean and ordered. So I found that Rwanda was one of the cleanest and safest places I've ever been to on the continent. You have security personnel all over, and you could speak to them, ask them anything. I've asked them, I've been lost before and had to get some assistance, and they're always there ready to help. If you're traveling, so I was traveling out of the city, Kigali, to the provinces, and the soldiers stop the car, but they're not stopping. It's like a checkpoint, but they're not stopping for a bribe. They're stopping to check your tire pressure, your water, your oil, make sure you've got the right paperwork and that your car is roadworthy. That is it. No money, nothing like that. So I'm really impressed with the way they're able to discipline themselves. If I would describe the Rwandan people as anything, I would describe them as a very disciplined people, with a lot of respect. And I think that a lot of countries can learn from Rwanda and how to manage diversity and tribal differences within a country before, the worst happens. I would also have to say that as a leader, Paul Kagame has actually done a very good job in uniting the people and building a nation. And, if you were to compare it with the work of Buhari, then Buhari has completely failed to build a nation. He has succeeded in dividing it further, and he could possibly get some advice from Kagame. But you just don't know if leaders really listen to each other or what the African Union do when it comes to really looking at the serious issues around development, marginalisation, and now the increasing call and growing number of separatist movements. But for today, anyway, I don't even want to get into that right now, but for today I just want to say, big up to Rwanda, one of the coolest countries I've been to on the continent so far. And I look forward to going back, and I still look forward to visiting other countries. So if you're not from Rwanda, you're from another African country, let me know, why I should go there. I'll go there anyway, to be honest. You don't have to tell me twice, but let me know, what you think is stunning about your country and what, I should look out for as and when I do go. So that's it for now, guys. When you have time, check out the history of Rwanda. But for now, happy Saturday and peace.